Facebook page. And speaking of live, we are live right now. I am Steve Montoya from MaxPreps.com, and I am taking over the CBS 13 Facebook page so we can talk some high school football. That's what we do at Max Preps. We break down high school sports, not only in the Sacramento area, but all across the country. But we want to focus right now on the Sacramento area. And first, let's pull up our top 25 rankings right here. You can see St. Mary's stays at number one. We got a little flack for having them at number one over Folsom, but Folsom actually fell this week to Sac High. Folsom does remain at number 4 overall, though. Elk Grove at number 2, Delaware at 3, and Grant rounding out your top 5. All right, well, there's league play getting going this week across the section as many leagues start up play. So that's when it really gets serious as teams fight for their positioning in playoffs. All right, let's get to the top 5 games, and we're going to start this off with a Valley Oak League game. They get underway. It's Oakdale and Sierra. Oakdale and Sierra have been a league rival for a long time. Oakdale definitely has dominated this series. They're 10-2 overall since 2004, including the last 5 games. But Sierra is 3-0 overall, and they'll look to upset Oakdale in week number 1 in the Valley Oak League. All right, let's get to a huge game, not only in the Sac-Joaquin section, but across the country. This game is not only a top 5 game in the Sac-Joaquin, but it's a top 10 game nationally, as St. Mary's, the number 1 overall team in the section and the number 7 team in the state, will hit the road to play one of the best teams in all of the country, St. John Bosco. St. John Bosco is out of Southern California. They're a top 25 nationally ranked team. Their only loss this year was to number 1 overall in the country, Bishop Gorman out of Las Vegas. So the Sac-Joaquin section will be put on the national scale this week as St. Mary's travels down to SoCal to take on St. John Bosco. All right, let's get to a Mother Lode League game. Sonora and Calaveras go at it this week. Sonora is 4-0. They came off a big win last week over Hilmar, but they'll go up against 4-0 Calaveras, who knocked off Union Mine pretty easy last week, 41-7. This is a great way to start off league play. Both teams 4-0. The Mother Lode getting underway. Let's head now to the Delta League as Monterey Trail and Sheldon, 2 great programs, great stories here, great coaches. Joe Catalico took over for Sheldon this year. Sheldon was 2-8 last year overall. Now they're 3-0 and looking very impressive with some big wins so far this season. If you remember, Joe Catalico was over at Pleasant Grove. He's now at Sheldon and has that program turn around. Monterey Trail, number 6 overall in the section. They won a shootout in their last game, 62-42 over Vista Del Lago. 2 great coaches in this game. Speaking of the Delta League, we're going to go to Grant as they're going to play Franklin this week. Both teams undefeated. Grant shown here. They have won so far 3 games over Rockland, Burbank, and Clackamas of Oregon. And then they're going to go up against Franklin of Elk Grove. Both those teams undefeated. Both these teams have had some very good matchups in the past. So the Delta League getting underway, one of the top leagues in all of the section, that is for sure. All right, those are your top 5 games. We want to hear about any games you think should be in our list. Just leave a comment below here on the CBS 13 Facebook page. We'll hope to get to those, and we want to just hear from you about your games or any shout outs you have for your teams or players in the Sac-Joaquin section. All right, before we go, we got a top play coming your way right here, and this one's from El Camino High School. Antonio Fleming, the quarterback, watch right here as he's going to break through the pocket. And then it just gets better. Right here, he spins off the tackle, and he's off to the races. 4-6. That is the top play of the week. We're going to see it one more time, as this, again, is El Camino's QB making things happen out there. If you have a top play we should see, use the hashtag MP top play. All right, little plug right here. Thursday, we're going to start an all-new podcast for the Sacramento section on Max Preps. We're going to talk everything football in the Sac-Joaquin section as it's time to start thinking about playoffs. All right, I am Steve Montoya. Thanks for letting us take over the CBS 13 Facebook page as we break down some of the best football in the country, and it's right here in the Sacramento area.